Hello and welcome to a new season of FB Update. I'm Ernie Birchmeyer. We're coming to you from Grand Rapids, Michigan at the DeVos Place, home of the 2011 Michigan Farm Bureau Annual Meeting. In this edition, we'll highlight the award winners. We'll learn about the policy discussion that took place at this year's annual meeting, and we will hear a very special message from our governor about Michigan agriculture. So sit back and enjoy this edition of FB Update.
The 92nd annual meeting of the Michigan Farm Bureau closed out the year in Grand Rapids with awards handed out and policy set for 2012. County Excellence Awards for the strongest execution of programs in 9 areas were handed out to the Farm Bureaus from Berrien, Maclou Schoolcraft, Menominee, Oceana, and Van Buren. Shook Farms was presented with Michigan Farm Bureau's Ecology Leadership Award. Verified in all 3 systems of MEP, brothers Daryl and Brian Shooks were recognized for their stewardship practices and protection of the environment on their highly diversified operation in Antrim County. The Branch County Farm Bureau earned recognition as winner of the County Activities of Excellence Award for their mobile agriculture education exhibit, thanks to a grant secured by their P&E Chair Ellen Hopkins, along with support from Michigan Farm Bureau, MSU Extension, local commodity groups, implement dealers, the Branch Area Career Center, and Red Gold. They're now able to reach a wider audience by taking ag education on the road. In recognition of her leadership in promoting agriculture for the Clinton County Farm Bureau, Westphalia's Stephanie Schaefer was named Michigan Farm Bureau's Volunteer of the Year for 2011. Along with her commitment to bridge the gap between producers and consumers, Stephanie has served as vice chair of the State Young Farmer Committee, recently chaired a high-profile study committee charged with evaluating MFB staffing, funding, and activities, and she spent the past 3 years serving on the State Policy Development Committee. Michigan Farm Bureau President Wayne Wood took the occasion of Tuesday night's membership banquet to thank those from the county farm bureaus for their efforts in policy execution toward streamlining Michigan government.
You know, the theme of this year's convention is big challenges, big opportunities. And that theme certainly couldn't be more true. Last year we talked about government streamlining and how we had put forth an effort over a number of years now to help Michigan government bring itself back into control, to make sure that the government used common sense to fix Michigan. Well, our focus was based on several things, but mostly on the premise that Michigan's economy had challenges, but we had opportunities. Thomas Edison was famous for saying, you know, opportunity is missed by most people because it's usually dressed in overalls and looks like work. As we reflect upon what each of you have done to help this organization during this past year or 2 years to make the challenge of the state our opportunity, clearly, none of you were afraid to put on the overalls and go to work.
The Ag Promoter of the Year award was presented to Monroe County's Paul Marks. His resume, covering 5 decades, includes FFA advisor, a career with MSU Extension, longtime clerk of the County 4-H Fair Large Animal Auction, and as head of Monroe County Farm Bureau's communication efforts. He's revived a long-dormant quarterly newsletter for members, established an adoptive farm agreement between the Monroe Evening News and a local dairy farm, and he led the effort to develop a DVD profiling Monroe County agriculture and farmers. Colleen Scott Kaiser, a 20-year veteran of Weberville Community Schools, received her award for the Agricultural Educator of the Year. She's credited with almost single-handedly saving Weberville's FFA program, increasing enrollment 5-fold in the farm-heavy high school curriculum. She's woven agriculture into almost every corner of the school. The Ag Communicator of the Year award was given to Sturgis Journal reporter Terry Katz for her outstanding work connecting local readers with the St. Joseph County's prosperous agriculture industry. Having grown up on a farm in Pennsylvania, she raised chickens and cut flowers and was active in 4-H. With the Sturgis Journal since 2001, Katz is currently wrapping up her 3rd consecutive Adopt a Farm series profiling a local gladiolus operation. Michigan Farm Bureau's highest honor, the Distinguished Service to Agriculture Award, was given to Wallace Heiser from Lawrence and Van Buren County. Recognized worldwide as an authority on deciduous fruit varieties, rootstocks, and orchard management systems, he's an expert horticulturalist, nurseryman, innovator, and marketing specialist.
Just want to say thank you. I think as I read down through this list of previous recipients, I don't think I'm in the same group, but thank you for thinking so. And the other comment that I want to make, and this is sort of, this is to commend the Farm Bureau organization for their efforts in working with the young kids and the young people in this industry. We went through a period, and I was a part of that, when we weren't recognizing our young people well enough. And the fruit industry was just as guilty as anyone else. And so I think the Farm Bureau is doing a marvelous job in bringing our young people along and keeping them on the farm. And I just think that's great.
Young Farmer Awards were presented in 5 areas of competition. The first went to Chris Wardeen of St. John's in Clinton County as the winner of the Young Farmer Discussion Meet. Brett Shatman of Macomb County was named winner of the Outstanding Young Ag Leader Award. Chris McAllister from Sand Creek in Lenawee County was named winner of the Outstanding Young Farm Employee Award. Muskegon County's Melanie Block was the winner of the Excellence in Agriculture Award. And John Finley from Tuscola County was named winner of the Young Farmer Achievement Award. For the second year in a row, but for the first time as Michigan's governor, Rick Snyder spoke to those at the annual banquet, expressing his admiration for the state's farmers and farm bureaus and its grassroots policy development process. And he challenged farmers to be mentors for other industries as the state struggles to recover.
Now, what would be a great group of role models of people who have shown they can be successful during adverse times? They show they know how to be entrepreneurial. They know how to be innovative. They know how to protect precious resources and enhance those resources. It's time to go to work, folks. I need you to step up. I need you to pass the word, whether it's to another farmer or to anyone in your neighborhood or your community. I need you to be loud. And I know that's not a problem for a number of you. It's about spreading the word, about relentless positive action, to say Michigan is on the comeback path, and we can be a role model for our children, for our neighbors, for the surrounding states, for the rest of the country, and for the world.
The week wrapped up with the business portion of the annual meeting, with delegates from 67 county farm bureaus across Michigan approving 105 state and 44 national resolutions. Of those, one proposal weighed in from differing sides was that of the new international trade crossing, the proposed bridge between the United States and Canada, and how it would be paid for. The delegate body passed policy in favor of the new crossing, as Governor Snyder has emphasized the bridge would not be a financial burden on the citizens of Michigan, and that it will become a promoter of international trade, meaning more success for Michigan farmers. The issue of feral swine was a bit contentious because of the delicate balance between members who raise hogs and Farm Bureau support for game farms and hunting preserves. Pork producers worry that feral swine will spread pseudorabies to domestic herds.
The threat of pseudorabies to this industry would be just absolutely devastating, and it is a real issue because a lot of these feral hogs that have been trapped have been positive to the pseudorabies virus. And to a $200+ million industry, it is a real issue.
In the end, policy was approved supporting elimination of feral swine, along with strict regulations on swine hunting operations, including disease testing and electronic identification on all animals used for breeding and stocking hunting facilities. And members were vocal about recent budget cuts in Michigan State University's ag programs. New language offered in an amendment from the floor was adopted into policy dealing with MSU.
Michigan Farm Bureau has concluded that MSU has changed its definition of the land-grant mission from providing education and research for the citizens of Michigan to a world grant university. We oppose this direction and believe MSU's mission needs to focus on serving the people of the state of Michigan.
You can read all the 2012 policies online on our website at michfb.com.
With policy direction set for another year, awards given out, and leadership in place, we hope that you have enjoyed the visit to your annual meeting. Be sure to check us out on the web at michfb.com. And on behalf of all of us at the Farm Bureau, I'm Ernie Birchmeyer. Thanks for joining us.